Welcome to the NOVAR Verizon Cup Series 20th Annual Verizon All-Star Weekend. That will be covered by GRN here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for 100 laps of the winner's race. The format and rules will apply as there will be 5 segments, 20 laps per segment, almost like the 2009 format. And then we have any car that is off the lead lap or out of the race will be eliminated then will not race in the next round. So now for the 20th Annual Verizon All-Star Weekend starting lineup. Shane Harden and Daniel Simon, they will fill the front row with Harden winning 2 and Daniel Simon winning 1. Gordon Billard and Jay Honore fill up row 2. Row 3, Brian Wilson and Shane Bliss. Wilson won in Chicago, while Bliss won in Peoria. Eddie Johns, who formerly led the points, and then Jared Lanzo, who's the current points leader. Ed, Scott Johnson, Chris Bell. We have row 5. Row 6 is Shane Howard and Shane Nargan. Howard, who won the Grand Detour races recently. Connor Stanton in the 10, and then Mike Wilson in the 41. Sean McDowell, Dylan Wally. 2 rookies in row 8, and then row number 9 will be Mike Hogan in the number 7, and then Casey Huto in the 19. Ronald Portland in the 31, and David Payton, the 2-time winner of this event, 2005-2008. Michael Scott in the 12, and then Stephen Volk in the 5, who's been very fast in practice all night long, and then Steve Chandler Blake in the 15, and Jason Duke in the 6. And then we have the 2 remaining Howell Wilson racing cars, Thomas Lawyers and Mac Hamlin. Now, position 27th to 31st will be racing in from race 2. Ryan Pierce, the winner of that segment, and then Jake Carolyn. Then we have Carson Brooks in the number 75, then Brian Dawson in the 64. From Pierce's team, and then Cameron Brooks in the 33. 2011 NOVAR Verizon Fan Vote Champion is going to be Eric Wembler in the number 07 for Wembler Motorsports. Will take the last slot in the grid. Now we're going to head to the race. Shane Harden, the field of 32, will lead to the green flag of the first of 5 segments. Here we go. Down the front, turn 1. Harden in the 57, the Daytona and Darlington winner, will lead the field down into turn number 2. Caution 1 will fly lap 4, and then lap 4 of the overall race. Mike Wilson and Chris Bell, they'll make contact, and they'll turn each other. This will turn the 41 into the outside wall. So tough break for Mike Wilson, who had high hopes of running this race after winning the pole at Chicagoland. Gordon Billard in the 91, he would lead on this restart with Brian Wilson, then Scott Johnson, then Shane Howard in the 03 with Shane Harden in 5th. That 91, he would lead the field down at turn 1. Brian Wilson, who won at Chicagoland. Caution 2 would fly on lap 11 of 11 in the entire race. Then we got Mike Wilson will, for some odd reason, get into the grass. He would get into the grass again there, and then he would get in the apron, and then come back up, get Casey Huto and Jake Carolyn as the 76 and the 19 go into the wall. The 41 and 76 will go out. Brian Wilson will lead on this restart with Shane Howard in 2nd, Sean McDowell in 3rd. As we have the 90, he is leading the way. Shane Howard and Sean McDowell. McDowell has won the pole at Darlington and Pocono, I believe. And then Howard and McDowell get around the 91 in the later station. Sean McDowell thought he was going to get to 03 before the end of the segment. However, coming to turn 4, the first competition yellow will be thrown in lap number 20 as Shane Howard will win the first segment of 5. That means he will be leading the restart on this one, as in competition yellows here in the All-Star race, they go double file, unlike the last set of rules in which they can only go single file. However, Shane Howard, he will lose the lead to Gordon Billard and Chandler Blake in the 15. Blake, who is who won, I believe, the 2005 race, I believe. No, that was Peyton. He won the 2003 race at this event, so Blake knows how to win here. He wants to try to get win number 2 here. As you can see, Sean McDowell and Dylan Wally battling it out. As Gordon Billard, he will successfully take the lead, and then at 15 of Chandler Blake will get to the 03 as looks like Howard, he looks like that 15 will fight back. There's 91 of Gordon Billard leading. However, with just a few laps later, the 15 will get by the 91. As here comes Chandler Blake in the 15, he's going to pass the 91 for the race lead, and here we go. Blake in the 15 in the inside. Now he's going to go under the inside, passing the 91 of Gordon Billard. Dylan Wally is right there, creeping behind him. And looks like Looks like Biller hit the wall off turn 4, and that's going to bring Chandler Blake and Dylan Wally to there. However, Dylan Wally and Chandler Blake, they would battle it out for several laps. But Dylan Wally could not pass Chandler Blake. Chandler Blake would win the second segment here, and that means, you obviously know, the third segment would kick off with Chandler Blake leading on the restart, as you obviously know. We got Dylan Wally in the 74, Mike Hogan in the 7, Scott Johnson right there, Sean McDowell right there. And then here is Stephen Volk in a Black Ops paint scheme, which is kind of odd since Volk is a 29-year-old driving a game that's supposedly for teenagers, but at least he's running very well, and you're going to see why, because he's going to go and take the lead away from Sean McDowell. McDowell, he's going to go in, just hold that outside line, hope he can get a run off of 2, but as in the past, the outside has not been the preferred line off of turn 2, and Sean McDowell's going to pay the price, but looks like he's not fighting back. Volk could not clear him coming into turn 3, and looks like Sean McDowell may get a good run coming into 3. And now he is trying to get there, but looks like Stephen Volk got a good run, and that momentum would actually carry him to the segment 3 win. Segment 4 would start him off with Stephen Volk being the leader. Shane Howard in the 0-3 will start second, Chandler Blake third, and then Shane Norgan in a double-mint scheme, which is kind of like almost identical, which is actually identical to the Michael Scott scheme where he ran at Idaho. Michael Scott is running a special scheme. The third caution of the segment to fly lap 2 of this segment and 62 of the overall race. Casey Hutton, Carson Brooks, Sean McDowell, and Connor Stanwall collide into each other. The 0-0 will try to get fired, but then it stalls out. The 5 of Stephen Volk would lead on this restart, as this is a regular race restart. As Chandler Blake in the 15, he's going to get challenged by Matt Hamlin in the 28, who's actually back from after all of his injuries, which he only sidelined for a couple of races. Chandler Blake in the 15, he would get a good car, getting under the 5 of Stephen Volk. And then watch this, he's going to go through, past the 5 for the lead of the All-Star in segment 4. He could not clear him there, but he'll have to wait because Ryan Pearson, he's actually going to try to help the 5 but maybe now he just decides that the 15 is a better choice. So, and then the 5 almost hits the turn 4 wall, and that's going to bring Chandler Blake to the lead, and nobody could catch Blake for segment 4, as Chandler Blake is your segment 4 winner. This is his second segment to segment 5. All bets off here for the final segment. Chandler Blake is leading on this restart. Dylan Wally, who started on the outside in segment 2, now he's in third. He's going to try to get a good surge. He gets over Jason Duke in the 6th, the Thunder Shootout winner. And now going into turn number 2. And here was a close call. Chandler Blake and Jason Duke, they contact. There goes Jay Illinois in the grass. What appeared to have been a crash awaiting to happen somehow dissipates in time. Stephen Volk in the 5, he would make the pass on Dylan Wally about a few laps later. He would make a pass on Dylan Wally. He gets to the inside of the 74. 99 will bounce into the wall hard. As the 5 in the 74, they will go duke it down for the lead. Now here comes Stephen Volk in the 5. He will appear to get the lead coming into turn number 2, as Dylan Wally will back off completely. Wally was your pole sitter at Talladega, and then these 3, and then while Wally was falling back, these 3 suspects were appeared to be the ones that could try to get the win. That was Jay Illinois, Shane Howard, and Shane Norgan, as Norgan had a strong car all night. And the 0-1 of Jay Illinois was also right there. Shane Norgan actually had the strongest car because with just a few laps left, he could catch the 0-3 and pass him within the next few laps. But unfortunately, even if he passed him, there was only one problem. The pass actually occurred with 2 laps to go, so that means this is coming to the white flag as Norgan finally passes him and coming out of turn 4. Stephen Volk would win his second All-Star race, his first being at 2006, when he won in his last race that he's won since 2008.